With the first 3 selections, let's take a look at who I would expect to be taken, excluding the Chicago Bulls. First overall to New York, Zion Williamson. F. Duke University second overall to Phoenix, Ja Morant. G. Murray State University third overall to Cleveland, R.J. Barrett. F. Duke University. At this rate, the top 3 prospects that would make sense for the Chicago Bulls would include Cameron Reddish, F. DukeNassir Little, F. North CarolinaDarrius Garland, G. Vanderbilt. The 2019 NBA draft class is unbelievably top-heavy. Outside of the top 3 guys in Barrett, Williamson. Not to say the rest of the class is weak, however, the 4th pick is an awkward spot because it is so close to the line between possibly franchise-changing talent but is not quite a good enough of a selection to grasp it. Point in case, I do not believe it would be in the best interest of the Chicago Bulls to retain their 2019 first-round selection if it does not fall in the top 3. The team would be wise to look to trade down and acquire another asset in the form of a young player or an additional pick. Mind you, there is a lot of basketball to be played in the 2018-2019 campaign. However, the Bulls made a trade that a lot of tanking teams don't do. They made a trade which actually made them better. Otto Porter Jr.'s presence in Chicago will not necessarily skyrocket their draft pick, but he certainly isn't going to bring them closer to a top 3 selection. Please don't get the notion that I think the Otto trade was bad, as I have loved the results so far. The glaring need for this team is at the point guard spot, and the difference in draft value between Morant. Morant will be a surefire top 3 selection, while Garland could go anywhere from 8 to 20. Small forward could be a position the team looks at, even with the recent acquisition of a serviceable 3 in the selection of Chandler Hutchison in last year's draft, and Barrett is the only one who seems to be screaming star. The last need for this team would be a backup center, and by no means would Garpax be looking to fill that void in this spot. The numbers just don't add up. It's an awkward position being a rebuilding team and contemplating trading away a very high draft selection. However, think about the Atlanta-Dallas deal at last year's draft. The Mavericks traded up to the 3rd draft spot for Luka Doncic, and in return the Hawks received the 5th overall choice in Trae Young. The Bulls should try to mimic Atlanta and trade back in order to gain an additional draft pick. It makes too much sense. Next, 2019 NBA Draft, Chicago Bulls 3 best point guard targets. It will be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out. I would be surprised to see Chicago picking top 3 this season. I very much hope they do. However, if they are unable to fall in that realm, trading back is the